So, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss API. So, it means Application Programming Interface. It is nothing but it is a bridge between two systems to exchange data. Like um, I am building a website, and in that website, I need some data. And if I have two options, either I can build that data by myself, so it will consume a lot of time. But what if I integrate another website which contains that data in my website? So that work is done by API. API is a mediator. Like in my website, it understand another language, and the server from which I want to take the data is understand another language. So how they can talk with each other, how they can communicate with each other. So here the mediator comes, which is API, which role is to connect the both servers so that they can share data among with each other. So like a waiter in a restaurant, you order food, waiter brings food from kitchen. Okay, now why API is used? To get real-time data, to connect apps, to avoid building everything from scratch. Okay, it saves our time, and with the help of this we can make so many projects like weather application, GitHub profile, user info, news apps, and the payment systems. You may know na, like in many websites, with the help of API integration, payments are being done just because of API, like Razorpay and UPI. So there's so many API integrations with payment systems. Okay, now how API works? You send a request, okay, server process it, and server sends response. You get data in JSON format. Now, what is a JSON format? JSON is nothing but JavaScript object notation. JSON is a format to send data like dictionary. Okay, so this is the format of JSON. Okay, it is like dictionary. You can see, but in Python, JSON becomes dictionary. Let's see how. So ultimately, to use API, we need library. We need a module that is request. So you have to install it in your software. How we can use request to call API in the bash. What is this going on? Okay, let's come back. Now everything okay. Okay, so with the help of that command, you in the terminal pip install request, you can install a request. Okay, and after that you have to import in your code like this. You import code, import request, and then you need a URL. But now what is this? This is the main thing. This is the URL which you take from the server, from that website you want to take the data. Like in this, it is a GitHub API server which takes the data of user, that is Torvalds. Now this is a URL. Now what we do? We request dot get URL, which means we are getting the data from that URL. This is a JSON function, and that is a format to return this thing, request dot get dot from the URL, and we stored it in a response. Now the data we get, the response, the data stored in response is in the form of JSON. It is in the JSON format. Now what we have to do, we can print response dot status code. Status code, what does it mean? Status code tell us request. See, uh, if it shows 200, it means we get the data, it is success, we get data successfully. Now if it shows 404, which means not found, and if it shows 500, then it means server error. So it is just to check, did we get the data or not. So whatever the result we get, along with, you can match with that. Now Now we are converting response.json. This is the way to convert JSON into Python dictionary. Understood? Response.json. This is the way you can convert JSON into Python dictionary so that we can able to understand what is written in that. Now see, if response dot status code equal 200, then print success, else error. Now what is response.json? The same thing. It convert API response into Python dictionary. See, when we print name in the followers, so we are printing. See, in we are printing in the form of dictionary. Like in the previous lectures, we have learned how to fetch the data from the dictionary. So in this way, you can take the data from the dictionary, Python dictionary. Understood? Now, real example, GitHub user data. So, okay, import request. I want you to show this before this because I made a separate project, GitHub user and the weather application and the news application. In in this video, I will teach you how to make different applications with the help of API. So I will teach you there just after few minutes later. So what is API URL? The same. You can change username to get data, whatever it is. Query parameters used to send extra data in URL like this. This is the base URL, and you send the extra data city equal. This is the weather. Now that is enough. That is enough. Okay. Let's go to our projects. So let's start. What to do first? Let's have a look on first weather. Now what we will do? Import request. Then we made a function. So before that, we need something. How can we get this URL? You are able to see now? I get this URL, but how? Let me show you. So to get this, we need to go a website. There's so many websites. I opened it for you. Just you need to search on Google weather API. So for first or second website, you can open any of the one free API, free weather API. See, then you get this website, and when you sign in up, then see the API key I already made. So just you need to copy it. Then after that, you explore the tools section, then API Explorer. Then you have to put your key here. Then show response. Then you will get your URL. That is the URL. Okay, that is a URL, and response code is 200, which means success. So this is the JSON format code. This contains all the data of that website. Okay, now copy that website and you can paste it in your code. See, we import the request, we made a function, weather, and providing a parameter that is location. Now saving URL, with that URL link. In that, you see, I when I copied the link, the URL, it contains London, but here we are taking data from the user, so I made it a variable. Location can be anything, not it is fixed London. Okay, so in this way, with the help of f string, you can do like this, so it can calculate for any location. Now PARMS, params, which means parameters. This is not so important, but you can use it to make restrictions, like you want air quality index, that is one. You want data of 7 days, you want alerts, no. So that is up to you, you want to use it or not. But when you use it, and remember, it is S, PARMRAMS. S is important, because I forgot to write this. Okay, so when you get the URL, so you have to get the data from the URL, along with comma, you have to write params equal to params. This is important. Then stored in the response. Then after that, if response dot status code equal 200, which means return response dot JSON. It will return the response in the form of Python dictionary. Yes. Elif, if equal 404, then print not found, else something went wrong. And that is a risky code, which is why I put them in try and except. And exception is E. Exception is E, then print E. Okay. Now we made a professional template, like you have to practice like professionally. Okay, so in this way I am doing. Otherwise you don't need to make main function, but just to format I made like this. So okay, I made a main function, and to call that main function I use this. What is this? We already have learned. By this, if this will always true, and so that main will be called. If I import this whole code into another, so this main will not call. It is just to protect the functions. Okay, now main will call, because this is always true. When main call, it takes input from the user, that is location, and it calls weather with the location parameter. Then when location goes here, location will shift here, and the URL works, we get the data. If data response code equal 200, then it will return in the form of dictionary. Then we get the data in the form of Python dictionary. Now the main role is here. If data, how to fetch data from the Python dictionary? See, if data, which is true, if data is true, so it will definitely continue. Now see how I made this. To understand this, just go to your website. Here we see how we make, see, loc- location. This is a dictionary. Under location you get this data, under current you will get this data, and it is not so easy to understand this. So I we will use something. Okay, control plus V. See, so we have to search JSON format, that is JSON data. And this website is one of the good website. Now what you have to do, just format and beautify. You get your code. Now you have to analyze it in the simplest way. So now you can read it in many forms, like form, text, tree. So I usually search it in a tree. So it contains object, which contains two, like location and the current. In the location, You get name, region, country, latitude, longitude, local time, and in the current you will get the this, and under current you will get condition. So you have to understand just this data. Like under location you will get these variables, under current you will get this, and under current in the condition you will get these three. Okay, so that's it. Now have a look here. See. So first of all, we have two files. You can understand like a four files. So don't focus on object, location and the current. So I made location and the current to fetch the data in the form of Python dictionaries. Okay, that is a dictionary and that is a dictionary. So I stored it in a location and the current variable. Now let's say if I have to take the mm, name. So what I will do? I will take like first of all for formatting I write print forecasting, then print name, and this is just a string, and location. Under location what I need, name string. What I am saying, under location dictionary I want name. So under location I write location and I want name. In the same way I want region, so under location I want dictionary, I want country, I want local time. So that is all the part of location dictionary. So in that way we can use them. Okay. Now I want something like current. In the current section I want temperature in C. So you will use current variable and temperature dots. In this way you have to write this format, copy it from here and paste it here. Okay, otherwise this won't work. You need to understand that data. Now last updated, it is also from current, and day is day 1. Okay, and the weather current. Now in the condition something like text, which is overcast. See, that is text. It will show you whatever, like weather is sunny and partially rain, whatever the text is. So now it is overcast something like, so it will show you the text, the condition. Under the current, under the condition you will get text. Okay, that is the way to fetch the data. Now under the current you will, I want humidity. Under the current, first of all close this and check where it is humidity. See, under the current I want humidity, and in the same way under the current I want cloud, under the current I want dew point, under the current I want chance of rain, and current wind mph. Okay, so this all will be printed. So let's close this. Let me show you the data of mm, India. Okay, enter, because it will show you the data which is stored in that. Otherwise, it will show you the wrong data as well. Name New Delhi, Delhi, and the time is C 1:10. Same. Okay. The temperature is 39, and C the temperature is 35. Okay, and the weather is sunny. Good. But now we want to check for many places. Like, what should be the weather of Chirapunji? C. So the weather is patchy, rainy, rain nearby, and time is same, and the temperature is around 23. Nice. Now let's know the temperature of something. Hmm, Mumbai. MEI. See, the temperature is 31 and time is the last update this. Weather is sunny, humidity is 63. Okay, so that's how you can use API in your code. Now, let's go to the another project that is news. So, should I cover in this video or in another video? Let me show you how much time I have left. I'm left with 8 minutes only because there is a limit. You can make video only 30 minutes. Okay, before the news section we will cover in the next video. Before that, we are looking GitHub profile viewer. So how you can see this? See, I import request as R and the function GitHub taking the username, the same pattern, the same format. This format you can use in almost every code. This will work. So the main will call this will call main. When the main is called, it get input from the username, then call the GitHub by giving the username, and when it call GitHub, this is the website you can get. See, if you don't know how to get this URL, just use base URL. Then under the usernames, like any of the username is written, just write like this. You will get your whole URL because some websites are public API providing, some are not. So in that case, you have to make your own URL by the help of your base URL and the content you want. Okay, so f string in the form of f string, we get request, then student response, then check. If yes, the code is success, then it will return the data. And if data, now the main thing is print. This is just for formatting and print name, username, followers, following, public repos. These are the names in the form of dictionary. Let's have a look. Let's say I want to search for mm, Priya. Okay. Name non, username Priya, followers 18, following repos. Okay, let's search again. I'm searching for Rahul. So Rahul Sarika, Rahul follows something like this. And you can search for many as well, like mm, Harry. Okay, like this. So it will show you the data from the GitHub. Okay.